While it often feels like Australia doesn't have many traditional dishes due to our multicultural population, once you give it some thought, it becomes clear that we really do have some unique offerings down under. The 10 listed below may not fall under fine dining, but they are definitely as local as they can get. Let's begin it. Number 1. Pavlova. Delicate as the ballerina it was named after, pavlova is the quintessential summer dessert. Whipped cream is typically dolloped on top of a snowy meringue, followed by a pop of color in the form of fruit, preferably the tart varieties, which contrast the sweetness of the meringue. Research suggests pavlova is a descendant of the German torte and was invented in the 1920s during Anna Pavlova's tour of Australia and New Zealand, although the exact inventor is still debated. The first recipe for pavlova appeared in print in 1926, although it was not the dessert we know today, but was instead a multi-colored gelatin dish. Number 2. Avocado toast. Avocado toast is a dish consisting of a piece of toasted bread topped with a combination of mashed avocados, salt, pepper, and, sometimes, citrus juice. There are many varieties of this dish, so it can be enriched with ingredients such as salmon, tomatoes, onions, eggs, garlic, cheese, olive oil, or red pepper flakes. Although the dish is quite simple and straightforward, the location of its origin is not. Some claim that it is an Australian invention, while others proclaim that Los Angeles is the place where it was born. Number 3. Meat pie. The concept of the pie traces way back to the Neolithic period, when barley, semolina, and grains were made into a paste, filled with honey and baked over hot coals. The Greeks then developed the pie filled with meat. It is believed that the meat pie was brought to Australia during the colonization period, as it was hugely popular in Europe at the time and provided good nutritional value for settlers, with basic and largely available ingredients. This national dish is made with flaky pastry that is filled with gravy and minced meat. Of course, numerous variations exist, so the filling can also be made from onions, chicken and asparagus, mushrooms, cheese, crocodile meat, vegetables, or seafood. Number 4. Lamington. The world-famous Australian culinary icon Lamington consists of a sponge cake that is dipped in chocolate and sprinkled with finely desiccated coconut. The cake is believed to have been created by accident when Lord Lamington's maid accidentally dropped his favourite cake in melted chocolate. Lamington, the 8th Governor of Queensland, suggested that the cake should be sprinkled with coconut in order to avoid the mess while consuming it, and the erroneous cake was proclaimed a massive success by all. Today, the cake is extremely popular due to its climate suitability, as it lasts longer in the heat when it's cut in bite-sized squares and covered in coconut. Number 5. Chicken parma. Chicken parmigiana is a poultry dish consisting of breadcrumbs-coated chicken breasts that are topped with tomato sauce and cheese, then baked until the cheese melts and the chicken is properly cooked. Although it has an Italian-sounding name, chicken parmigiana is actually an American dish, derived from an Italian dish called melanzana alla parmigiana, or eggplant parmesan. No one knows who invented chicken parmigiana, but it is very popular in American cities with a large number of Italian immigrants such as New York and New Jersey. Regardless of the origin, the dish is usually served on top of rice or pasta, while some prefer it as a part of submarine sandwiches. Number 6. Prawn cocktail. Shrimp or prawn cocktail is a seafood dish consisting of cooked prawns served in a glass with cocktail sauce. The dish has vague origins, but most people claim that it was invented by a 19th-century miner from California who first used oysters in a glass with a sauce, but the Golden Gate Hotel in Las Vegas was the first to offer a 50-cent shrimp cocktail in 1959. It was served in a tulip glass with cocktail sauce. The cocktail sauce usually consists of ketchup and horseradish or ketchup and mayonnaise. This iconic dish was especially popular from the 1960s to the 1980s. Number 7. Vanilla slice. vanilla slice is the Australian answer to mille-feuille. This dessert consists of a thick custard that's flavored with vanilla, sandwiched between puff or phyllo pastry sheets, and topped with vanilla, raspberry, strawberry, chocolate, or passion fruit icing. Due to the fact that the texture of the custard is slightly wobbly, the vanilla slice is sometimes also called a snot block. Once prepared, the dessert is cut into slices before being served. This dessert is so popular that there is an annual competition for the best vanilla slice baker, called the Great Australian Vanilla Slice Triumph. Number 8. Spag bowl, short for spaghetti bolognese. Spag bowl is one of Australia's national dishes. The dish is a uniquely Australian version of the classic Italian tagliatelle al ragù alla bolognese. It is typically made with a combination of Australian beef, mushrooms, onions, carrot, celery, bacon, garlic, tomatoes, and spaghetti pasta. The usage of Australian beef and mushrooms gives the dish a truly Australian feel that differentiates it from other similar dishes. It is recommended to serve the pasta first, then top it with the flavorful meaty sauce. Number 9. Vegemite. Vegemite is a notoriously yeasty spread that can be found in 9 out of 10 pantries in Australia. It all began in 1922 when the Fred Walker Company, known today as Kraft Food Company, employed a chemist to invent a new spread from one particular ingredient that is rich in vitamin B. He called it Vegemite, a spread made from leftover brewer's yeast extract, spices, and vegetable additives. Its texture is thick, gluey and dense, similar to peanut butter, while its color is dark red to brown, almost black. The taste is an acquired one, as Vegemite is extremely salty. Number 10. Anzac biscuits. Anzac biscuits are sweet cookies made from a combination of flour, oats, golden syrup, butter, sugar, coconut, and soda bicarbonate. Although the origins of these cookies are not clear, both Australia and New Zealand claim to have invented Anzac biscuits that we know today. The first known recipe for the biscuits is completely different than modern Anzacs, although other similar recipes were found in the cookbooks of the early 1900s. The cookies are linked to Anzac Day, a day of remembrance of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps Anzac landing at Gallipoli, because some believe that the biscuits were sent to Anzac soldiers during the war.